Ever pondered the question, are Sigma males born or created? Well, you're not alone. In the world of social dynamics, there exists an intriguing character, an enigma if you will, known as the Sigma male. This personality type is a bit of a wild card in the social hierarchy, often misunderstood, and rarely fitting into conventional roles. They operate on their own terms and are characterized by a unique blend of traits that sets them apart from the crowd. Sigma males are the lone wolves of society, the introverts who prefer their own company to the buzz of social gatherings. They are comfortable in their solitude, often finding it a source of strength and inspiration. Unlike their alpha counterparts who bask in the limelight, Sigmas prefer the shadows, observing and analyzing from the sidelines. They are the listeners, the thinkers, the dreamers, who are comfortable in their skin and don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. They are also known for their self-sufficiency. They don't rely on others for their happiness or success. Instead, they have an innate ability to fend for themselves, to find solutions to their problems, and to navigate life's challenges with a calm and composed demeanor. They are the masters of their destiny, carving their own path in life, free from the constraints of societal expectations. Perhaps the most striking characteristic of Sigma males is their indifference to social status. In a world obsessed with power and prestige, they remain unfazed. They don't seek validation from others, nor do they care about fitting into societal norms. They are content with who they are, and they don't feel the need to conform to be accepted. For them, personal growth and self-discovery are more important than popularity or social standing. These traits paint a picture of a personality type that is complex, intriguing, and often misunderstood. So the question arises, are these traits inherent or are they shaped by one's experiences and environment? Are Sigma males born or are they created? If you're intrigued by this unique personality type, stick around as we delve deeper into the world of Sigma males. The age-old debate of nature versus nurture comes into play when discussing Sigma males. This query about whether we're born or shaped into who we are is as mysterious as the Sigma male himself. Imagine a chess prodigy who at the tender age of 4 begins to show an uncanny ability to strategize and win. Is he a born Sigma male, his innate ability to think independently and strategically a result of nature's gift? Or consider the introverted child, bullied and ostracized, who learns to rely on his own company and develops a self-reliant and solitary nature. Is he a product of his environment, his Sigma traits nurtured by his experiences? The answer, as with most things in life, isn't black and white. It's a blend of both, a cocktail of genetics and circumstances. On one hand, we have the nature argument. Some individuals seem to exhibit Sigma traits right from childhood. They're the quiet, introspective ones who prefer their own company over the playground chaos. The independent thinkers who question, rather than conform. They're the ones who are comfortable in their own skin, unfazed by societal expectations. Could it be that these children came into the world with a Sigma male blueprint etched into their DNA? On the other hand, we have the nurture argument. Life has a way of molding us, of shaping our personalities through experiences. The child who grows up in a turbulent home learns to rely on himself, to find peace in solitude. The teenager who's constantly let down by friends learns to be self-sufficient, to trust his own judgment. These are the individuals who may not have been born Sigma males, but life circumstances nudged them onto this path. So here we are standing at the crossroads of nature and nurture, examining the enigma that is the Sigma male. It's clear that both elements interplay to create this unique personality type. Some Sigma males might have been born with a predisposition towards solitude, independence, and nonconformity. Others perhaps found themselves shaped by life's trials into becoming Sigma males. So it seems both biology and environment play a role, but the question remains, which has the upper hand? Let's delve into the biological aspect, exploring if Sigma males are indeed born this way. The human body, a marvel of nature, is a product of millions of years of evolution. Each one of us carries a unique set of genes that influence our physical attributes, our susceptibility to diseases, and yes, even our personalities. This brings us to the question, could genetic traits lead to a person becoming a Sigma male? To answer this, we need to look at the key traits of Sigma males. They are introverted, independent, and self-sufficient. Now let's see if there's a biological basis for these traits. Firstly, introversion. Studies have suggested that our level of extroversion or introversion might be influenced by our genes. A research study by the University of California, San Diego, found that the DRD4 gene, linked to dopamine receptors in the brain, could be associated with the trait of introversion. In this light, it's plausible that sigma males might have a genetic predisposition towards introversion. Secondly, independence. While there's no independence gene identified yet, certain genetic traits like high self-confidence, resilience, and a preference for solitude, which are often found in sigma males, could be influenced by our genes. Lastly, self-sufficiency. This trait is more complex, as it involves a combination of several traits like problem-solving, creativity, and emotional stability. While the genetic basis for these traits is still a topic of ongoing research, it's not far-fetched to say that our genes might play a role here too. However, it's important to remember that genes are not destiny, they merely set the stage. The play is shaped by a multitude of factors, including our environment, experiences, and choices. So are sigma males born or made? Based on the biological aspect, it's plausible that certain genetic traits could predispose a person towards becoming a sigma male. But it's just one piece of the puzzle. Genetics may play a part, but life experiences also shape us. So let's explore that next. How might one's environment shape them into becoming a sigma male? Let's investigate. Picture this. A young boy growing up in a bustling city, constantly surrounded by noise, crowds, and chaos. He finds solace in his own company, preferring the quiet corners of a library to the deafening playgrounds. His parents, both busy professionals, give him the space to be his unique self. Over time, he becomes comfortable with solitude, developing a deep sense of independence. His environment has unwittingly guided him towards the path of the sigma male. Or consider an individual who, despite being born into a large, boisterous family, always felt like an outsider. This person was never quite at ease with the loud family banter or the constant need for social interaction. They preferred observing from the sidelines, quietly taking in the world around them. This sense of being different, of not quite fitting in, led them to cultivate their own unique path. They became a sigma male, not by conscious choice, but as a response to their environment. Now, think of an adult who, after years of trying to conform to societal norms and expectations, realizes that they are simply not cut out for the conventional life. They yearn for freedom, for solitude, and for the ability to live life on their own terms. They decide to break away from societal norms, choosing instead to walk the less trodden path of a sigma male. These stories are not unique. They are shared by countless individuals who have found their way to becoming sigma males. Their environments, whether it was their upbringing, family dynamics, personal experiences, or even their own innate preferences, played a significant role in shaping them into the individuals they are today. Yet, it's crucial to remember that while environment can influence one's path, it doesn't dictate it. There are many who grew up in similar circumstances but chose different paths. So while the environment can nudge an individual towards becoming a sigma male, the final decision always rests with the individual. From these stories, it's clear that environment plays a significant role. But is it the definitive factor? The debate of nature versus nurture is a balancing act, especially when discussing sigma males. When we delve into the enigma of sigma males, we find ourselves walking a tightrope of genetic predispositions and environmental influences. It's a dance of variables, each playing their part in shaping the unique persona that we know as the sigma male. Let's consider genetics first. Certain traits that are synonymous with sigma males, such as introversion and high intelligence, can indeed be inherited. Experts in the field of genetics suggest that our DNA might predispose some of us to these traits. So, if you're a sigma male, you might have your ancestors to thank for that. But does that mean if you're born into a family of extroverts, you can't be a sigma male? Absolutely not. This is where the role of nurture or environment comes into play. Our environment profoundly shapes us. The experiences we undergo, the people we meet, the cultures we are exposed to, all have a significant impact on our personality development. For instance, someone who grows up in a bustling, crowded city might develop a desire for solitude and introspection, traits characteristic of a sigma male. Renowned psychologists like John Bowlby and Mary Ainsworth have emphasized the impact of early childhood experiences on our adult personalities. So, a child who learns to rely on himself from an early age might grow up to become a self-sufficient, independent sigma male. However, it's crucial to remember that nature and nurture are not two opposing forces. They are intertwined, influencing and shaping each other in a complex dance. Like two sides of the same coin, they work together to create the intriguing, enigmatic sigma male. In the words of psychologist Donald Hebb, when asked which contributes more to personality, nature or nurture, he replied, which contributes more to the area of a rectangle, its length or its width. So, it seems there's no clear-cut answer, but that's what makes Sigma males so intriguing. Becoming a Sigma male isn't an overnight transformation, it's a journey. Now let's delve into the process and stages of becoming a Sigma male. Picture it as a trek up a mountain. It's not easy, but the view from the top is worth every step. The first stage is self-awareness. It's about recognizing your unique traits that set you apart from the crowd. This could be your love for solitude, your tendency to observe rather than participate, or your preference for non-conformity. It's like standing at the foot of the mountain, looking up, and realizing that this is your path to climb. The second stage is acceptance. It's about embracing these traits and realizing they're not flaws, but strengths. This is your moment of truth, standing at the mountain's edge, ready to begin your ascent. Acceptance is crucial because it's the fuel for your journey. The third stage is growth. As you climb higher, you start to develop your Sigma traits. You learn to be comfortable in your solitude, to use your observational skills to navigate life, and to embrace your non-conformity as a strength. This stage is like reaching a plateau on the mountain, taking a moment to rest, and looking back to see how far you've come. The fourth stage is mastery. By now, you've reached the top of the mountain. You've fully embraced your Sigma traits and learned to use them to your advantage. You're comfortable in your own skin, and you've found your place in the world, not as a part of the crowd, but as a unique individual. Now imagine this journey through the lens of a real-life story. Picture John, a quiet, introspective individual who spent years feeling out of place in a world that celebrates extroversion. He embarked on this journey, climbed that metaphorical mountain, and emerged as a confident Sigma male, comfortable in his solitude, and thriving in his individuality. Remember, everyone's journey is different. The stages might not always follow a linear path. Some may find acceptance before self-awareness, while others may struggle with growth before finally reaching mastery. Every Sigma male's journey is unique, adding to the enigma of this personality type. What does it mean to live as a Sigma male? Let's explore. Being a Sigma male is not just about personality traits, it's a way of life. It's an approach to the world that's different from the traditional alpha or beta perspectives. Imagine, if you will, a Sigma male in the realm of relationships. Unlike the alpha who seeks to dominate or the beta who often yields, the Sigma male stands on his own. He values his independence and doesn't feel the need to be part of a couple to feel complete. Yet, this doesn't mean he avoids relationships. He just approaches them differently, preferring deep and meaningful connections over superficial ones. Think of a man who would rather spend a quiet evening having a deep conversation with a loved one than being at a loud party full of strangers. Now let's move on to the professional sphere. Sigma males are typically not driven by power or prestige. They're more interested in work that aligns with their values and allows them to express their individuality. They are often drawn to careers that offer autonomy and flexibility. A Sigma male might be a successful freelance writer or a digital nomad, thriving in his chosen field without the constraints of a traditional 9-to-5. Personal growth is also at the forefront of a Sigma male's lifestyle. They're often introspective, constantly seeking to understand themselves better and grow as individuals. They may be drawn to practices like meditation or journaling, or they might find solace in nature, taking long hikes or camping trips to reflect and recharge. Being a Sigma male is about embracing who you are, even if it goes against societal norms. It's about choosing your own path and finding happiness in your own way. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and standing strong in your beliefs, even when you're standing alone. Being a Sigma male isn't for everyone, but for those who resonate with it, it's a lifestyle that suits them well. So, are Sigma males born or created? The answer isn't black and white. As we've journeyed through the enigma of the Sigma male, we've discovered that both nature and nurture play pivotal roles in shaping this unique personality type. The biological aspect, our first port of call, gave us insights into how genetic factors might predispose certain individuals towards the Sigma male archetype. A lone wolf, a free thinker, a nonconformist. Yet biology is not destiny. We also explored the environmental influences that can nudge someone towards becoming a Sigma male. Life experiences, societal pressures, personal choices, all these aspects of one's environment can have a profound effect on their personality development. The balance between nature and nurture, however, is where the real magic happens. It's like a dance, a dynamic interplay that shapes our personalities in fascinating ways. The Sigma male is not an exception to this rule. He could be born with certain Sigma traits, yet life experiences and personal choices may further reinforce or even challenge these traits, leading to the development of a full-fledged Sigma personality. The journey to becoming a Sigma male is a unique one, filled with introspection, self-discovery, and a willingness to swim against the tide. It's not a journey for everyone, yet those who embark on it often find a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment. Embracing the Sigma male lifestyle is an act of courage and individuality. It's about being true to oneself, breaking free from societal expectations, and finding one's own path. It's about valuing solitude without shunning society, about being self-reliant without being a recluse, about being a leader without needing followers. In the end, whether a Sigma male is born or created is a question that doesn't have a definitive answer. It's probably a bit of both. And that's what makes it such a fascinating study of personality and individuality. Whether born or created, one thing's certain: Sigma males are a fascinating study of personality and individuality.